Welcome back. Mark Middleton, better known by his alter drag ego, the pantomime rage Miss Bianca Page, was a true Nashville legend. As friends and community began to suffer and die from a fast-rising epidemic in the late 1980s and early 1990s, Bianca, over the course of her career, assisted in raising more than $1 million for HIV/AIDS research here in Nashville. When Mark passed, the city felt a great loss and held a memorial. Then Mayor Carl Dean proclaimed the day of the memorial as Bianca Page Day in honor of Bianca and Mark's service to the community. This holiday has not been forgotten and grows larger every year. Here with me tonight to share more about the 8th annual Bianca Page Day is board member Ron Sanford. Welcome.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm well. That was a lot to say, but I felt like Mark deserved it.
Well, hey, since you mentioned Carl Dean, I would just like to know right now, Mayor David Brawley is going to redo that proclamation for us this year.
Oh, good to know.
Along with the council. So,
good deal.
Awesome. Yes.
That is awesome. I mean, that's very, very awesome to hear. I'm really glad to hear that. Now, before we jump into the event details,
sure.
I want to hear a little bit about why are you getting to sit here today and talk about Bianca, and how did you know her?
Well, I've known Bianca. I knew Bianca for over 20 years.
Yeah.
15 of which we were roommates and what I call entertainment partners. We were really good at what we did, but when we came together, we were freaking awesome.
Yep.
And we did have relations in the same room, but never with each other. So.
That sounds like Mark. I'm so glad to hear that. So now, for anyone watching tonight that didn't have the pleasure, the luxury, what have you, of getting to see her perform, how would you describe Bianca? And we've got some pictures we're going to rotate through, and you know, as you answer this, and you can talk about them those too if you want. But well, how would you describe her to someone who never saw her? We
used to always say that she's the entertainer's entertainer.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, she was one. Oh, we got.
And there's speaking of her start.
That's Prince. That's how he got his start doing Prince. That was one of the Pride celebrations. I think it was 2001.
Yeah, I think that's about right. That was in Centennial Park.
That was in Centennial Park when she was hosting Pride. That was at Outrageous, and that's
I recognize
me.
that guy in the lower left, right?
That was a pink number.
Yep. I remember that wig.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was like ponytails.
Yep.
That was at Pride 2000 at Centennial Park. That's when she got the...
Yeah, she won our Gay Favorites Awards for Out About Nashville. I believe that was like 2004. That was me trying to get her picture, you know, and her I think she wasn't ready at the moment in time.
Right. Oh, wow. That's one of her crown pictures. And that's also one of the great pictures. A lot of people didn't realize that Bianca was blind in one eye.
Yep.
And she never really... I mean, she could pull it off unless she had gone like 6 days in makeup, and then her eye would go a little crazy, and that's when she'd wear a patch.
Now, we got deep into the pictures, but again, you know, those don't really convey a performance.
No.
And I wish I had enough time to show it, but you know, she went by the pantomime rage, which I always loved that tagline. But how would you describe her performance, really? What was she? How did she differ from other drag queens?
She never missed a word.
That's true.
And there was, I mean, and basically every beat of the music, she had something to go down with.
Yes.
It was just amazing.
It was always well pantomimed and well executed.
Exactly.
Every single time.
Exactly.
Now, how did the first Bianca Page Day begin, and sort of how did it come to fruition?
Well, it all came from the Bianca Page Awareness Network, which we started about a couple of years before Bianca died. And then that organization put on the memorial.
Okay.
And then the following year, we tried to do a really big honorary thing with everybody down at TPAC. We got the whole community involved. It was called Mysticos, and it just kind of didn't work. I think we were a little bit above our time, and now you know, RuPaul drag queens will fill the place out.
They do,
right? You know, so I think we were just a little bit out of our time.
Yeah.
But it was very frustrating for us, and so we just kind of relaxed back into being an organization, and we just started having a little party, basically,
really, a celebration.
Over at Trax, a celebration, just to keep her name going. Yeah, Trax, and we would throw a big drag show, and we still raise money. I mean, we've been raising money in her name ever since she's gone.
Yeah.
And that's what Mark wanted us to do.
Well, yeah, continue raising money for the support.
Exactly.
And now, this year's event is at Trax again, August 25th.
Yes.
Who are any of the speakers, entertainers you can give us a preview about? Or?
Well, we've got, I mean, like Nicole Ellington-Dupre, and a lot of the Playgirls are coming. Trinity Moreau, Miss Pride, Vivica, and the Pecker Girls are coming.
Yep.
Kevin Ambergerke Walton, also known as Dakota St. James.
Dakota.
She's our new entertainment director, along with Byron Rice, who handles all of our live music and live stage acts as far as bands and things like that. We have a lot of national local bands showing up. We have 3 stages that day.
Well, I was going to say, like, tell us a little bit about the layout, because I know some of it's outside, some of it's inside.
Right, and let me say real quick that the growth of this would have never happened without Matthew Potts, who's no longer with us, and we would have never gotten to this point, but we have, and so now we're taking on, we're going to go on. We've got 3 stages this year. We've got an outside stage, which is our main stage. We've got an inside stage that during the day we'll be doing more comedy and more unique acts. And then we have a live music stage on back.
Cool. Now, does it cost anything to get in? I mean, I know cover charge.
It's $5 to get in.
Minimal charge.
Minimal charge just to get in.
All that money goes toward some charities, right?
Yes, it does too. Everything for that day goes to My House, Souls United, and TYME, which is Transgender Youth Meet to Empower, which is an organization formed by the Oasis Center.
The Oasis Center, yeah, okay,
yes.
Cool. And so they're going to get all of the cover charge, and I'm sure
they're going to get everything, all the donations go from them.
Well, they're telling us to wrap it up, so before we go, real quick, one last time, who, what, when, where?
It is Saturday, August 25th, tracks from 2 to 5 p.m.
Well, cool. Thank you, Ron. I will see you there.
Sweetheart.
And thank you. I appreciate your
see
time tonight.
There.
Yep. And that's all the time we have this evening. Until next time, you can follow us on your favorite social outlets for breaking LGBT news or watch us anytime online at outandabouttoday.com. We'll see you next week. Good night.